What's going on, everyone? Mr. Dylan here. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Now, this is a game, or I would rather say this is a franchise that I'm not really too much, familiar with when it comes to, making content out of it. Now, I have played Call of Duty many times in the past growing up throughout the Xbox 360 days. Most notably, Call of Duty 4 was my first Call of Duty game that I've ever played on the Xbox 360, and I've always had fond memories when it comes to Call of Duty 4. Now, I've been actually liking the franchise since Call of Duty 4, but Call of Duty has kind of went stale for me after quite a while when it came to the franchise. Right after Modern Warfare 2 2022 came out, I kind of just stopped playing Call of Duty from there because, I don't know, I just wasn't really getting too much into the franchise afterwards because I felt like it was stale and I just wasn't liking the approach when it comes to Activision when they were doing the franchise. But Modern Warfare 2019 is actually a Call of Duty title that I actually make an exception out of. And I actually have a lot of fun when it comes to this game. And as of recording this video when trying to get gameplay, I have completely forgotten how fun this game was. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I kind of want to discuss is finding matches and all the other stuff. Now, when it comes to matches, surprisingly, there is somewhat of a playable player base with Modern Warfare 2019, and it's still growing 7 years strong, surprisingly, which I thought this game would be dead by now, but nope, there are still people still playing this since 2019. Now, it is hard to find matches depending on what day you play and whatnot, but most of the time with what I have experienced when recording this video, I was able to find a shit ton of games, and I was able to get this footage for all of you. Now, also another thing I want to discuss about is skill-based matchmaking, and the unfortunate thing about skill-based matchmaking is it is still, unfortunately, a thing in Modern Warfare 2019, and skill-based matchmaking has been a subject talked upon many gamers out there, and so forward. And personally for me, I'm not too much of a fan of skill-based matchmaking. Now, if you're going to do ranked, I believe that's where it belongs. But with like quick play games and all that, I'm not too much of a fan when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. But with skill-based matchmaking today in this game, it is not as terrible as it was back in 2019, because with Modern Warfare 2019 losing its support some time ago by Activision, you'll rarely find any matches with a skill base, with what you have and whatnot. So finding a game with a skill base is probably going to be about to the minimum when it comes to that. But other than that, finding games is pretty easy, and I must say, I've had a lot of fun when it comes to playing these matches. Now, another thing I will also bring up is the rampant cheating that's been going on in these older Call of Duty games. And yes, unfortunately, Modern Warfare 2019 is littered with cheaters, and for some odd reason, the majority of the cheating comes from search and destroy. But, now, as it came to cheating while recording this video, so far I have found maybe one or two cheaters, one in a infected lobby. When I say infected, I'm talking about the game mode, and of course a TDM lobby. But other than that, I haven't really found any cheaters so far. Now, if I go in a search and destroy lobby, I'll probably bump into a lot of cheaters. Now, there is a way to probably remedy the cheating, and that is turning off crossplay if you're on console. But PC is where most of the cheating happens. But thankfully, when recording this video, I was playing this on PlayStation, and my experience has so far been good when it came to finding, no cheating lobbies. Now, with matchmaking out of the way, let's talk about skins and camo grinds and all that stuff. And that's when it comes to the players. That is the surprising thing about the player base, is how many people are still camo grinding, you know, trying to reach prestige and all that stuff. Like, it's just amazing how many people are still willing to play this despite, you know, it being 7 years old and out of support. But I gotta respect them for that, because I'm not gonna lie, I still think Modern Warfare 2019 is the last Call of Duty in my opinion. But also, another thing when it comes to camo grinding and whatnot, the unfortunate thing is, if you're going to be the kind of person that's going to try, you know, unlocking everything in this game, just keep in mind that unfortunately you won't be able to find, or I wouldn't say find, but you won't be able to unlock specific items, because unfortunately a lot of those items were either locked behind a battle pass, which has probably been missed out on, and also some of them were also locked behind Warzone 1.0. And unfortunately, Warzone shut down last year, and there is no way of unlocking these skins today. So for all the people out there that want to try, you know, camo grinding and trying to unlock everything, just keep that in mind when you know, try to revisit this game. So pretty much, if you're going to focus on unlocking everything, just keep in mind that there are going to be certain items that will be really hard to unlock due to Warzone being shut down, and of course, you know, the battle passes from over the years being, you know, completely done and over with. Now, let's move on to the gameplay mechanics. Surprisingly, Modern Warfare 2019 really introduced a lot of gameplay mechanics that I'm actually really into. Like, Tactical Sprint was a really nice feature. What else was pretty interesting? Oh yeah, sliding was also a thing of, I believe, Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. I'm glad that was brought back. We got new perks, we got new guns. And surprisingly, the gunplay in this game is actually really good, and I quite like the gunplay a lot. Now, another thing I also want to bring up about this game is I love the variety of maps that were introduced to Modern Warfare 2019. Some being old maps from like older titles like Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, and so on. And these examples are being Shipment, Rust, Graveyard, you name it. Like, I am just enjoying the map variety. Now, there are a couple that I'm not really too fond of, but most of the maps that I've seen so far in this game, I am just really enjoying it. Now, here is something I do want to bring up as a Halo fan for the most part. And yes, some of you may know this, but I'm actually a Halo fan. But Call of Duty is a welcoming franchise that I do care about playing, you know? But, you know, unlike Halo when it comes to, like, releases, Halo does not have a yearly release, unlike Call of Duty. But I'm kind of jealous of you Call of Duty fans out there, like hardcore fans, because Call of Duty gets that treatment while Halo just, you know, it takes time, but I mean, it just amazes me how much time, money, and patience Activision has when it comes to, you know, this game. But overall, if I want to give my verdict about Modern Warfare 2019, I would say that the game is very well alive in 2025, and it is still fun to play if you're still interested in wanting to revisit this. Just keep in mind that Warzone is no longer a thing. Skins that are no longer obtainable are going to be hard, and etc. And just the cheating problems, it's just, like what I mentioned earlier, just keep that in mind. Well guys, I hope you all enjoy the video. Don't know when I'm going to be uploading my next video, but overall, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will be seeing you all next time. This is Mr. Dylan 1997, signing out.